And we are live now.
Hell yeah.
And so it's Thursday. Not quite Friday, but Thursday. Wait, no, today is Friday, right?
Today's definitely Friday.
Ah, awesome. Look at me. I don't even know if I can tell. Tropical forest,
It's
mommy. Tropical forest,
it's
mommy.
it's Thursday for Forest Mommy. Friday
Every
for the
day's a
rest. She's just
Thursday.
getting started. That's why she
Yeah,
has it on
every day's a
Thursday.
Friday. Oh, Lord. All right. You want to introduce yourself
Yeah. What's going
as
on,
much as you want?
everyone? Yeah, I'm King Libertarian on Twitter. Um, that's my claim to fame, I guess. Um, been in the libertarian kind of philosophical realm for a long time. If you go back on like early YouTube, you can see stuff that I posted like 2012, like pro Ron Paul stuff, and just I was that
You
guy
got
back
the
in 2008.
receipts. You got the
Yeah,
receipts.
exactly. And yeah, I've always had different names here and there. I used to be known as the Slavic Libertarian, and did some content back in the day, and then took a break, but. Yeah, it's
Slavic? Did
it
you say Slavic?
Yeah,
I
that's
never heard of that.
my heritage,
Okay.
Croatian,
Oh, so you're a
along with all the
Slavic libertarian.
Ukrainians. Yeah, I thought it was catchy at the time and unique, but probably wasn't so much. But but no, I just did always kept up with it, and you know everything that's happened has happened in the past couple of years, and it was time to make a resurgence. So uh, I got. How did we even first get connected?
On Twitter,
So
because you came and then we met.
right,
We met at Twin Peaks. That was the first night I met you.
right, but like you
How on
added me to
Twitter
the
people
group.
found how we found each other? I don't know.
Yeah, yeah. I was trying to
I don't.
remember, but yeah, I remember you. Um, oh, you know what it was? Like you said, I was already following you or something like that, and you said something about being in Colorado, and I was like, yeah, Colorado's cool. And then I think that's when, or I said or you said we need to get Twitter Colorado people together, and then that's when you made the group, and it's kind of just grown from there.
I uh I sparked a movement, baby. Just kidding.
How's the house? How's
That's
the new
great.
digs? I like that fireplace back there.
It's professional. I know. I'm probably going back home later on tonight, but or to the other house. But I don't know. Like I said, every day is a Friday. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, so we all met up that first. So it was October 2020. Is the first time we met in person, and we just got along
In
ever since. And you
2020.
always came down to my parties, and it was a drive for you, and you always came
Yeah. Yeah,
to my
when I
parties.
yeah, I think I may have messed like one or two, but yeah, I always try to. Well, it's just I've noticed living in Colorado, it's tough to find a crew. At least for me, it has been. So like when you find some cool people, like you really try to make the effort to hang out because I don't know about you, but it's been a struggle for me.
Yeah, like all your crew is probably from well, and you moved out here, so like you had to make new
Yeah.
friends, anyways. And then yeah, all my people I was like in crews with, we ain't in crews no longer. Those crews dissipated. So, and not by
They
like
got
I hate being a bitch, but you know,
what happened? Lay it
don't
out.
fucking tell me I got to put something in my body if I don't want to put something in my body. Like hello.
Exactly.
And how stupid they were for falling for shit. Didn't you like lose respect for some people you knew because you're like, how are you falling for this, you idiot? Maybe not. Maybe I'm just really mean.
Well, I talk about this a lot with people um, that will that will listen and aren't NPCs. Um, it's really it almost seems like some type of energetic or spiritual litmus test that there's something dividing us that I think that's more than just psychology and and propaganda. It's been a strange phenomenon, but it's we all talk about, you know, the consent culture and things like that. When you're consenting to something, to me personally, I believe it goes way beyond just saying yes and then having that one physical experience. You're tapping into a lot of different things. So it does not surprise me that it's not uncommon that people, you know, lost friends over the past 2 years. Um, yeah, it
There's
happened to
something
me. I
kind of
think it happened to everyone.
unforgivable. There's something unforgettable about the way some people acted, especially people like you and me. We're the nicest fucking people in the world, you and me. Like everyone love us, right? We get along with anybody. So when these people were acting up, it was just like, really, me? Yeah. And
And
like you. Oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say that you know, what's most frustrating about the whole thing is that we now know, well, a lot of us said all along, but now it's, you know, being admitted slowly that it was all for nothing. Like if that all that had happened and it was definitively proven, like yes, we saved millions of lives and this, that, and the other, like at least there's that justification there. But number one, there was never a discussion about, you know, how we were going to handle this as a democratic society. And two, you know, we learned that it was either ineffective or made things worse for the most part. Um, that's what's most frustrating, obviously, for me and a lot of people. It's this, how do you
Cold hard
reconcile that?
facts.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's like cold hard
Uh,
facts. It made things worse in a lot of ways, people, and it didn't do what you thought.
yeah, I there's a lot of talk as you probably seen on your feeds about just how we reconcile this, and I mean, I don't. You're so nice and generous and hospitable. Like, yeah, even to see someone like you, even at this point, is like, you know, well, what do we do with this? Like, if Forest
Right.
Mommy is like, you're unredeemable to her. Like, good fucking god. Like, I don't know.
That's how far they pushed it. They pushed it that far, you know.
Yeah,
Like you said
yeah,
too. Remember when we went to that party for the 50th that Jacob threw? But that was like, I think that was right before you got more involved with it. Oh, look at that! What's
is
your
that
hair look
better?
like right
Is
now?
that better?
Yeah, it's closer. Nice. Your hair
Yeah,
always looks so nice.
thank you.
Are you
Yeah,
growing it out
it.
again?
Actually, I just got it cut. I had it longer,
Uh,
but it's getting hot, so I don't know. It's hard to keep
you're-
it like professional when it's like longer. So this is like a good length to where I can just like, you know, do a little thing and be all right on
yeah.
camera.
Yeah.
Got to
Look
look
all.
professional during the day.
That's true. That's true. I try to be professional, but I fail all the time. I was gonna say, oh, at that party, we were talking, and it was like these people were receiving transmissions because it seemed like they had no control over.
Yeah,
You know, that was a good way to put it.
yeah, yeah. And that kind of goes back into, you know, what I was kind of getting into with like the consent into this type of system. Um, I really do, you know, personally believe that there's a lot of like energies and like when you walk past somebody and you get a feeling or the hair stands on the back of your neck, like we are energetic balls, and everything that is made of matter is just condensed energy down into physical matter. So and they're doing experiments with vibrations showing that different tones and different frequencies have different patterns, and they're corresponding to different building blocks of the universe and all this wild stuff. So it's you know, what's to say that they, you know, haven't found some type of frequency that can literally send transmissions out to somebody, some kind of host subject that has maybe some type of device or, you know, antenna implanted
Spell. It's
into
a
them.
magic spell. It can be like a magic spell.
Yeah, yeah, or yeah. It could be even that, or like, you know, it it's definitely triggered by obviously the propaganda that we see, but just the overwhelming lies that were told, just indisputable. Just look back at the past 50 years. and see what they told you and see what happened. And if somebody just goes through that logical experiment, they can't help but to land at this conclusion and to look at those institutions now and still be like, yeah, I'm good with that. I have a hard time understanding it because that's just how I've always thought. It's just, just
We're
take a
immune
look at
to it.
freaking history.
And we're just cool and immune to all that bullshit. We are. Like, there's like a level of just you're cool and that shit don't affect you. You know what I mean? You and me, we are definitely at that level.
Yeah, I
Um,
think so. I think
I'm,
so.
I'm just that's just a compliment. I'm complimenting myself as well, but this is a compliment.
It's just yeah, it just blows my mind that just like chilling and like not giving a fuck about what other people think and say and what they tell you to do, like the old school like rebel, like that. I mean, we just want to be left alone and don't tell me what to do. Like if that makes me, uh, what was that line from Billy Madison or yeah, Billy Madison? If peeing your pants is cool, then consider me Miles Davis. Then if just not giving a fuck makes you cool, then I guess I'm
We're there.
Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan. Oh my God. You know, Force Mommy.
What? It broke up. My internet's shit right now. I hope I'm coming through to you. I
No,
think
you're
it's
good.
my okay. It's my
I'm
end. I think it's the
also I'm
last two
also in
right now.
my like lower area, so I
Well,
might be lagging
I'll
too.
be
But
all over your lower area too. I'm just kidding. So switching gears, and now you are
yes, yes, yes,
involved
yes, yes, yes.
in the Colorado. You are an official board member, correct?
Yes. So communications director for LP Colorado. So if you've noticed, our social media accounts suddenly getting very based, you can blame me for that. But I also have a great crew of folks that have been on the accounts on and off over the years, but just policy changes from director to director. But um, yeah, when I gave my nomination speech, I vowed to lead a team that was brave, that would take chances, take shots. That's the only way you can grow and learn, and to take risks, and do that tweet reply to a politician. Obviously, don't completely shit post. Like, let's let's make it intelligent and, like, sending a message. But that's what the basis of our messaging is bold, honest, libertarian messaging that's unafraid. So if we do say something spicy, it's just, you can't really debate it. It's just pure libertarian philosophy in this form. So that's give the account some love.
Logical
Yeah.
shit posting.
Yeah, yeah. The defensible shit posting. That's a good way of thinking about it. Not just spewing nonsense, but really, really doing some punches to the system, at least on social media.
Yeah, it needs to get attention a little bit. I know everyone's always like, the messaging. This messaging isn't right. That message isn't. And I'm like, yeah, there are times messaging isn't right, but every time they complain about messaging, I'm like, you guys are idiots and not like you're worried about the dumbest shit. Like, if we have to be
Yeah,
a little bit pushy, a little. Not we. I say we like I contribute anything to this, but y'all like you have to like say stuff to kind of get people to stop and pay attention and kind of think, So
yeah. Exactly. And and this is not unique to us. I think if you look at pages such as New Hampshire's Libertarian Party, with people with people like Jeremy Kaufman, I consider them to be like the Andy Warhols of our generation. They're specifically there to push the envelope. They're specifically there to be purely satirical political art in that way, and that's their role in this. But that's not going to be consumable to all affiliates. Not La Plata
right.
County in Colorado is not going to run some Jeremy Coffin shit and think they're gonna, get anybody on their side. So if you look at like the national LP account, and you can go and look at they had their LNC meeting, I think last month, and they published all their minutes. If you go to the special committees and go to their social media reports for the last quarter, you can really get a sense of what their strategy is and what their performance was. And they got it broken out, I think, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. But what they say there too is what their core philosophy for messaging is, and it's essentially what ours is as well. So it's time, and what I really did attack too was this narrative of libertarians being MAGA light. I've really taken issue with that and the messaging to try to distance ourselves from any type of Republican, wrapping up together. So making a conscious effort to, as much as we, dunk on the Democrats right now because they're in power, also pointing out how we're different than Republicans as well. We're done with that. We're a little bit Republican. We're a little bit Democrat. Like, no, we're different than both. We're clearly an entirely different thing. We're not Republicans that want to smoke weed. We're not Democrats that, are fiscally conservative or something like that. So, I hope everyone, is liking the changes that have happened since the convention.
Yeah, nationally, and I love the Colorado LP, of course. You guys are. Yes. I'm your number one fan.
We appreciate it. We appreciate the boosting that you do. We appreciate you bringing on the candidates and giving them a platform.
And you know what I was just thinking about that? So I was like, that was a good idea to start interviewing them, because who doesn't want to talk to me? I'll get them all on. I'm like, I'm gonna get them all on before it's gonna happen, But then I'm like, I was glad I started talking to like Kyle and you, because Colorado, we're the fucking coolest. Like, we are the coolest people. Yeah. So like, we need to start like showcasing. Like, I want to have Funk on. And he said he would come on at some point, but like, we're just such a cool crew out here. And like, I'm barely involved, course, but like I feel I put myself in with all y'all. So
yeah, no, we claim you. We claim you.
Good. Thank you.
Well, I mean,
but like if I say something that gets you in trouble, unless I say something that gets you in trouble, and I'm like, nope, I'm not affiliated with them.
This is nothing to do with my unofficial position within the Libertarian Party. Caveat that. But no,
So how many hours are? Oh, go ahead.
I mean, besides the fact that you're even the reason I got involved, because we went to the Independence Institute together, or you invited me down there for the 50th birthday party.
That was a good time. It was just getting rocking too when I had to leave. I was like, damn it.
That's the first night I met Funk too. That dude has not changed one freaking cent since I met him.
And Nick that night too. I think that's when we first met Nick. I haven't heard or seen from Nick in a while, but everybody's like, oh, he's a cool dude. It's just like, and like, I love like the whole board is all like people our age ish, and like young, and you're all like volunteering your time. Like Andy being the secretary, like that just cracks me up, and I love it to death. Like, how precious! It's so precious. And like, I love everyone I've met through the MC out here, which it's single dudes to families to me to you to like, there's all sorts of different kind of people. Everyone's so fun.
Yeah, anyone that's listening here that's from Colorado, hit us up. It's like with Force Mommy, you could just be a vocal advocate to running for a position, or getting involved somehow, or if it's just you show up to all our events and make it look like there's not 12 of us there only, it's whatever you want to do. So hit us up.
So last night, so I don't know if you saw in the group chat, I'm planning for next week to go meet at a place in Castle Rock. Mm-hmm. But I went there last night, and I've always known the owner at this brewery. It's 105 West Brewery. If anyone goes through Castle Rock, stop there. But I always knew the owner was like, I don't think he's a registered libertarian yet. And I'll tell you about that. Like, I got plans. So like, I went there last night to meet another friend of mine. And then someone's like, hey, Forest Mommy from inside, which I'm like, oh my God, I'm famous. So there's a guy who works there and has worked there forever, and he follows me on Twitter. And so then we all got, then he was just hanging out with some friends. He wasn't working, and then he came out and was talking, and we were talking about liberty, but like balls deep, and he's not really involved in anything. But so I'm like, I want to do some meetups there, more meetups, and then like some of the campaign stuff for some of the people would be a good spot for that. And it's Douglas County, which I know up in Weld County too, up that way. We should be focusing on Weld County people too. So I'm like, let's do it. I'll help. I'll throw some, like, not in my house, but like out and about. I want to do stuff like that.
Yeah, definitely. No, we're trying to get a development group. So development group comes kind of before a county affiliate. So there's several development groups in different counties. So we're talking about putting together like a Weld and Larimer, development groups to try to get an affiliate going. But what's the county down in Castle Rock?
It's Douglas County.
Douglas. So I'm pretty sure we have an affiliate there already.
Probably.
Yeah, I
know there's a libertarian sheriff running because the conservative or Republican sheriff that got the primary, he supports red flag laws. It's like, okay, good job, Republicans, as usual. So we have a libertarian running there, but yeah, I'm sure there is that's where Wayne and Carrie Ann, or however they live down there, and they're
I think Wayne and her are both on the board of the county affiliate. So yeah, it's pretty well established down there. I mean, that's probably one of our strongest county affiliates. Denver has a monthly meetup for Denver folks. But yeah, all it takes is like a dozen active members in one county to get an affiliate going, and then you just kind of build from there. You reach out to people or if you know of a spot in your county that's maybe out front of the gun store or something, who knows, get some more like-minded people together. And that's what's good about this is like I said in the beginning, like I've been a philosophical libertarian really since I was 18, but really since 2008. And so the whole idea of like getting politically involved, like this is why I just this year decided to do anything in an official capacity. But in general, the last 2 years, I think it's taught a lot of people that we need to find community. We need to be connected to the folks that think alike, because everything just got torn apart the last 2 years. So we know who we can trust and who we can. We got to reconvene. We got to recongeal, and make sure we have like based fucking network of people that are like verified based, not so any like feds can get into shit. You know what I mean?
Right. And I know you're not from here, and you may, if you ever had a good opportunity to leave, you probably leave. But I'm like, I'm not giving up on Colorado. I feel like, and when Jacob was on, I don't know if you watched it, he was like, I'm not giving up on Colorado, and he just moved here a couple years ago too. I was like, yeah, Jacob, I love the energy.
Yeah, I've talked about it. I think you've seen me talk about it, once or twice, and it was really like the last 2 years, just seeing us in contrast to other states was really like, man. It could be so much better somewhere else, but there's always things that bring me back, and all that talk was before I got involved with this. So I have this whole community that I'm getting involved with, and it's getting harder every day. It seems more palatable to me to just stay here and take it versus just flee somewhere where something else is set up already.
Yeah, because it's like everything will happen everywhere at some point. So, like, I don't know. Might as well keep fighting for it here. How many hours would you say you put in a week volunteering for the LP stuff?
Ooh, I mean, I'm off and on social media, all day. I get off a sales call, and if I have like a 15-minute break, I'll just check through the socials and do some cross posting over lunch or something. So man, probably like 10 to 15 hours a week.
That's substantial. That's substantial.
Yeah. And I had a lot of projects on my plate, so I'm kind of ramping back now because the Instagram and the Facebook are back going good, strong. The Twitter is what it is, and I launched a TikTok account as well. That got I think we're like close to like 400,000 total video views on the TikTok account.
And you were good. You were good at TikTok, because I remember your old TikToks. You were good at it.
Yeah, I got nuked at 25,000 followers and like over 3 million TikTok views. I was doing conspiracy stuff, so I was, calling out shit with the you know what's and the this, that, and the other. So that didn't take long. It took them 3 or 4 months to do it, but I had racked up, like I said, 25,000 followers in that short time. But I used those skills that I learned to establish the LP Colorado TikTok, and obviously doing what I can to not get banned there. But yeah, it's going good. But now I can kind of ramp back. What I'm going to start doing too is this whole IRS shit and like FBI shit just really got me in a mood. So what I'm going to do is this weekend I'm going to write, and I'm going to do this monthly. I don't want to call them newsletters. I don't know what I'm going to call them yet. It's more like a I don't know, like a venting of sorts. But basically, it'll be a monthly call to action essentially. But this month, the theme will be, if not now, then when? After what we've seen over the past 2 years, and every month since it ended, it's gotten worse. Things are accelerating even faster. You look at the World Economic Forum. You look at like the bill they just passed, the Inflation Enhancement Act, like if like in things coming out from the FBI specifically naming our symbols as symbols of domestic terrorism. If not now, then when is the best case for libertarianism? And it's going to go out to all the people that are registered or that are signed up as members of the party. But rally the base. Like we need to, the outreach is going well, the messaging is going well, so we're bringing in net new folks to the movement. But we need to rally this base. Like there's a lot of older people that have been longtime libertarians. It's time to make some kind of stand. Like I said, I've been philosophical with this for a very long time, and it's just like we have to use all levers that we can at this point to try to like claw back from this. Like once we kind of get out of the fog a little bit, then maybe we can talk about what this is really meaning. Continuing all the politics in this way, but man, like it's so those things will start going out monthly. Just try to like now kind of stir up the base and get some really grassroots stuff going.
Someone in the chat, Thurman, where are you in Colorado? He's saying he think there'd be more libertarian in Colorado where it started, but wherever he is, there's not a peep. Super red still in the sticks. Well, man, let's get you hooked up with people because Colorado's like waking up, because it's always been philosophically libertarian out here. Honestly, like that's the vibe. It's always been out here. So there's a lot of people in need, but you got to reach out too, Thurman. I don't know where you're gonna be. Like, you got to reach out, and you got to. A lot of people reach out to you too, but it is a two-way street. You have to you do have to seek out this stuff, like I wasn't involved in the Colorado libertarian stuff, and I was learning more about it over COVID on Twitter and stuff. And then you have to reach out, and you have to take the initial step too to get involved. So, but we're Thurman, I don't know if you've been watching, but I've been interviewing all the libertarian I'm starting to get all the libertarian candidates that are running in Colorado on, because no one ever fucking knows who they are. So my almost 2,000 subscriber YouTube channel, I'm getting it out there to everybody, but it's all good. Whoever's running the LP, I think it was Angela who shared it, but she shared that I started doing that with the Colorado people on the national account. That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, no, and yeah, to your point, we call ourselves in the Libertarian Party of Colorado, we call ourselves the Colorado Caliphate. Because we see ourselves as a very purest source of the home of the Libertarian Party. So there's no one agrees on everything. So we kind of take an agitative stance towards some of the internal kind of mechanisms within the party, not in any way that's gonna cause any issues. It's just like we may disagree on this one piece or the other, and that's the one thing with Colorado, man. We stick together. We ride hard. We went into convention. We were up front. We were rolling hard. We had.
You guys were all looking cute. You were all looking so cute and handsome. Loved it.
We had an all-star crew out there. Yeah, we came in like looking good, looking tall and lean and muscular. And
It's been hot. Colorado's got hotties. Like they're
yeah,
all hot.
yeah, no,
Sorry, just
I
facts.
mean, yeah, like it. We roll apart and we do our thing out here. You know, it's Colorado Cowboys. We roll in.
And everyone does accept everyone because even like the first when I went to a picnic over out in Aurora, I don't know, a couple weeks back. The first it was after 4th of July, and so the first day I wake up and Mary and Matthias and Mary, I
Hmm.
think it's her name's Mary, and like the first thing she's like, and she's a mother, and she's like, you know, pretty professional, and she's like, "Did you do it? Did you do the sparkler video?" And so like, you know, these family people like accept me and like they know I'm a nut, but they still love me and know what I'm like, you know. I'm down. Like everyone, I'm just having a good time out here. Oh, Crowley County. Okay, I have to look that up. Southeast Colorado. Oh, yeah, that is out there. But one of our main, what is Hannah's role? Is she still like vice chair or what is she right now?
Yeah, vice chair. She's in Holyoke, so it's
Holyoke. So that's
northeast.
northeast, but
Yeah,
like we
that's
got
like
people out there.
yeah, and especially it's a longer stretch, in a lot of ways for us to pull a Democrat, but Republicans, man, it's really just, especially country folks, it's they have a longer memory than a lot of people. So maybe refreshing their memory on how many times this party has betrayed its base, and especially flyover country folks that would that live out there. And that the problem has been is that there's been no viable solution, and that's what we're trying to do with the Libertarian Party, is be a viable solution for disaffected people on both sides, and not just this left right crap that we've been dealing with. Yeah, to change within a decade, if we could change the duopoly to even have, just in the presidential election, a consistent libertarian, in the final runnings, on main stage, every debate, Donald Trump, what's his tits, and then our guy, it would change things dramatically in this country, and it really it seems hard, but really it's just we got to get to a very small percentage of popularity. That's really very attainable in my view.
I agree. And I agree. And I feel like especially after the last 2 years, a lot of people woke up. Like there's even, you've met people who came to my house I went to high school with. And like, I've been friends with like a lot of people have woken up and are kind of just more liberty minded. So like, hey, if we're going to have this political process where these people do get in and like rule over us, why don't we at least throw some energy towards it? If it works, great. If not, then whatever, fuck us. We have to fucking go down and guns blazing, right? But like, we might as well try because so many people I feel, especially out here, like I've for the Robbie show, I have a bunch of school friends coming because it's near where I grew up, and they're all on the same level. Oh, and there's this one guy coming. I'm gonna like introduce him to everybody who's there, Mises, Caucus, and stuff. But he lives literally right next to John Malone, which John Malone is like Colorado's billionaire. He's like he owns half of America. He's like the richest dude in the world, and he's like a rancher out there and drives a shit truck. Like I know he like had something called Liberty Media. He's definitely conservative, but I'm like, if we could get him to give the Libertarian Party some money, that would be super cool. And he just lives right out here, like straight east of where I'm at. So it's like we gotta work these connections. That's what I'm good at. I'm good at the networking and the finding connections.
That is true. That is true. She could find you anybody.
I can be social. Good at it.
That's what you're known for. Come on now.
I know. And then I'm like, I've been hiding out. I'm like, oh, I could just lie. I got burned out on people for a little bit, just throwing too many parties and stuff. But now I'm like, it's fine. I like at least live streaming too. I like talk to people. And I went out last night and like I'm planning another get together just out somewhere. I think if I don't do it at my house, it's a lot less stress. So
yeah.
Just gotta
less worried about if people
meetups.
are having a good time or whatever.
Yeah. Buy your own damn food. Not that I mean, people brought stuff anyways. Everyone, it's always been wonderful that's come to my parties. But
I bought you a gift a few times.
Yeah,
Bought you a few gifts over the years. But I'll
Yeah, that
I'll be at
meme
that Robbie
game.
show. Yeah.
Are you coming?
Yeah, I
Okay.
got my ticket. I think the day it freaking dropped because
Okay,
I
good.
knew I was gonna forget it and miss it.
Sorry it's
Uh,
far away, but it should be a good time. I'm all ready. I'm getting it all planned. Should be fine.
yeah,
It's nice that it's like bring your own beer, bring your own food. That makes it so easy. So
yeah. So how long is the actual show gonna be?
I
Like
don't
with
know.
all the
Probably
people?
I would say I don't know. I'll have to ask him. I feel like he said something like well, he'd like to start by like 7:30, but like and then have people be there earlier, obviously. But I don't know. I don't know the details. I'm just I'm like
He's
I
just
get like a
hosting.
little bit of info every now and then, and I'm like, I'll make it
Well,
work.
I
It's
would
fine.
think that Robbie maybe is bringing. I mean, is Kyle Ruff coming?
No, he's doing a show in he has a big show he's doing up in Steamboat, which we all got to go up there and support him sometime. See you. Um,
I do. I do want to go.
we should
I
do
haven't
it.
been to Steamboat yet, so like that would be good
Oh
to
yeah,
like kind
let's
of.
do it. There's this nice hotel there we could all say where it's like they have a kitchen and stuff, or like you can cook, if you want, and just do that.
Yeah.
Or just crash
Well,
with someone if you know anyone rich up there.
I wish. But no, I think people with money, and we've already seen this, or they're also looking for that next best alternative too. Like Steve Kirsch, I don't know if you saw that he was interviewed on Fox News, and it was on Tucker, but Kilmeade was sitting in, and that chucklehead. But um, uh, Steve Kirsch. I mean, do you know who Steve Kirsch is?
Should I?
He's a billionaire. He's been a lifelong Democrat. He said he's contributed like 40 million over his lifetime to the Democratic Party. He invented a bunch of stuff, but he's been in the medical device field. I think that's where he made his money. So he knows about medicine and like science and stuff like that. But he was one of those guys that was dialing into the FDA like open calls, like when they were like trialing the you know what, and he'd be like dunking on him, like they'd give him like 3 minutes each, and it's like a bunch of people in a row, and he'd get on that call. You can still look it up on YouTube, like
Okay.
FDA review board, whatever. But he would just be like, "Yeah, this thing is dangerous. Don't do this. Like you're all gonna like." And like he got, I don't know if he's still on Twitter. I would doubt it, but he got kicked off a bunch. He was one of those, one of those people that weren't
Like a
following
Alex
science.
Stein, but a
Yeah,
billionaire.
like Robert Malone. He was kind of on that level of like
Hmm.
a prominent Robert F. Kennedy Jr. Like that's that same circle of people. Steve Kirsch is definitely in that mix, and he went on Fox News and was like, "Look, we're seeing a bunch of injuries and deaths, and it's because of this. It's undoubted. Like, and these should be pulled and blah blah blah." And like, it's how far we've fallen, but how far we're bouncing back. Like, I'm surprised that's on primetime Fox News, so that it's being chipped away. But yeah, it's how did we get on Steve Kirsch? I don't even remember what I was saying.
Just some about a rich guy, probably.
Oh
So I
yeah,
was,
yeah, yeah. Okay, that's where I was. Yeah, so uh he said he's done with donating to the Democratic Party. So it's I think you're gonna start to see a lot of people with money kind of fed up with the whole system and are gonna be looking for alternatives for sure.
let's hope so. That's another connection I want to make at that brewery. Like I said, that owner's. I'm inviting him to the thing on the 27th because I'm like, yeah, you need to come. You're a business owner in Douglas County. We need to get all like there's more people involved. And the guy who was like, "Hey, Forest Mommy," he'll probably come. So it's like, and they weren't like super libertarian involved. So we're
Yeah.
getting it. And then we gotta
Yeah.
get these people with the money because that's the thing. That's what I hate fundraising. I hate fundraising. I'll connect people, but I hate fundraising. That's not my forte. So
You ever thrown anything to try to raise money?
just on 4th of July with the sparkler.
Yeah. How much money do you actually do that and raise money?
Look, I made $1,700. And I
Who'd you
donated
donate it
some.
to?
Well, I kept some. I kept a lot of it, but I donated to Johnny Hurley, JohnnyHurley.org, the Johnny Hurley
Oh,
Foundation.
okay.
So Yeah, donate money
That's
to
awesome.
him. I know.
And then I guess, I mean, you know, I don't even blame that
I love it.
man.
You know, Mr. First Mom. He was just filming it like Jesus fucking Christ.
You know, I almost asked like who was behind the camera, but like, I mean, come on.
Who else? Who else would be? Yeah, of course.
Oh man. What does he think of all your escapades? Like is it kind of just like,
I
oh, there
think
she
he's
goes
just
again?
happy
Like
it
what?
keeps me entertained. He's happy it keeps me entertained, so he doesn't have to worry about entertaining me. I'm like, that's fine.
That is amazing. Like, no, I love that. I love that. I love y'all's relationship. It's awesome.
You gotta make shit work, you know. It's ridiculous as it is sometimes, but
Oh,
he's
now
out.
every
We had
time.
a. Oh, go ahead.
No, I was just saying every time we would go over, you'd just be like chilling, like, yeah, what's up, guys?
He's
You're her
super
friend.
social. Super social. No, sometimes he is, but yeah, I know. It's like whatever. Keep happy wife-ish, happy life. Whatever it is.
I agree with that.
Oh, Lord. So what's next? What's next? Like, what's the next thing Colorado LP's planning or doing?
So let's see. So we're planning some fundraisers and other things like that. Really trying to drum up the affiliates, like I was saying earlier. And yeah, really getting a good pipeline of folks that would be interested in running for office. Like even if you what we call what do they call it? Like basically where you run and you don't really try, but it's an open slot on the ballot. So like
Like
the
a
more people,
placeholder, so it just
yeah,
says like libertarian, basically.
right, because like all the House districts and well, whatever in the ballot, like they have RD for all of them. All you would need is somebody to say they're running, and your name is going to go out to millions of people in Colorado to vote on, and just seeing our name on the ballot, like that's what I'm saying about these easy things that we can do if we just get a little bit more people involved. Is just oh man, Libertarian Party has been on all these ballots for the past couple cycles, like what's going on here, like we're suddenly seeing Libertarian Party on all these ballots. So um but yeah, no, things are going good. What's really exciting too is about national, about how like organized they're getting as well, um with the messaging and the strategy. They just hired Reed Coverdale, I think is his name, as
No,
the
it is Reed, but it's not Reed Coverdale. I think it's a
that's the other
different Reed.
guy.
Yeah,
Reed Cooley,
yeah,
something like
something
that.
like that.
Cooley Hilverville, I don't know. But hired him on as the communications director, so that's good insights there. And we're talking about things too, like really what you're seeing now is just kind of whispers of what's coming, because the infrastructure just really needed to be kind of enhanced. Like our CRM, for instance, is getting a rehaul to make it more easy to use. Like if I just want to like press a button and be able to email all libertarians in Denver, to be able to do that a little bit more easily, and just general functionality like that, getting more organized and just really kind of bringing everything back together into a cohesive machine. Um, yeah, the political system, it's a lot more complex than you would think, and I think Andrew Yang is learning that trying to build a political party from the ground up is more difficult than you think.
Yeah, and he's like, and I don't like his what he's trying to do, anyways. And he does. It's like, and he's not. I mean, whatever. More power to him. But it's like, I hate when they're like, I don't know. He's all like, this is hard, and it's like, yeah, that's what the fucking libertarians have been trying to do for the last fucking however many years, you know?
Yeah, yeah, and it's yeah, I don't see there being a big enough pool of just like disaffected libertarian or Republicans, Democrats that wouldn't come to the Libertarian Party anyways, kind of going to him. But it's their efforts actually help us, as a third party to just get the awareness about, breaking duopoly out there. So it is what it is, but it would be good to see more names on the ballot.
Sorry, I should get more involved, but Jacob's running where I'm going to be voting at the Arvada House, so I'm going to help Jacob out. I'm excited.
Yeah, I know, and it's there's really it's just kind of like hit or miss. It's just going to some of the meetups and just seeing what's happening, even at a local level. Like that's what the good thing about this too is decentralization of the political system, is that like a county affiliate can like basically do their own thing, obviously as long as they're in line with the bylaws, but like they're very autonomous. There's other affiliates in other states that pretty much operate like their own state affiliate. So it really can vary, just depends on how many people get involved.
Yeah, and it's like I said, in Douglas County, they're so close because during the whole fucking COVID shit, Douglas County was part of Tri-County Health, and they're like, bye, we're making our own public health department. That's our, they decentralized a little bit. And like, so, and then they made they had to deal with they had some like activists, board members and the superintendent on the school boards, and they got them the fuck out of there and made it more like chill, and they weren't masking the kids and all that stuff. So it's like, we gotta find these counties and just like as many people as we can, but also just getting the message out where it's like, hey, you're probably normal like me. Like the two guys I was talking to last night are both probably more conservative normally, but they were like, we're all talking exactly the same. Like we're all on the same fucking it's like we just need to get the message out to all those people, to tell all the people that are like them in their life that like, hey, there's this other option. If we're gonna do this, like let's try this other option, because it's for us, mommy. Okay, come on.
Right.
Second of all, So yeah, I'm feeling positive about it. And if the thing here on the 27th goes good, I'll think about throwing more things here. I know it's far away, but at least it's a place to do stuff at. So like a private dinner, we can do like a private dinner.
Yeah, like a $250 a plate type, like fundraiser type.
Yeah, fun stuff like that.
Are you going to be cooking for everybody, or is this a catered event?
The thing this on the 27th?
No.
Oh no! If I would, we'd have to cater it. I mean, I could cook it to say it. Just would depend on what it is, I suppose. And the costs. If I can make the cost work, but it's a big ass kitchen. I could cook a lot of food. We need to cook a lot of food. So,
how many tickets did they sold? Do you know?
I don't know. I should ask. I think you put at least like 70 or 80 up. So we'll find out. I'm renting a porta potty. I'm like, we can have one bathroom here to use, two in the basement, but then I'm renting a porta potty because we're going to do it in the back because there's like a deck, and it's kind of like, then it's like Red Rocks because everyone will be up on the deck or down here. So that's like the plan. Yeah, and that's a walkout.
How much is to rent a porta potty?
I don't know. I'd send a thing out to. I wonder if they Mr. Forrest one, I think, so it would be like 70 for the weekend or something. And I'm like, that'd be worth it to have. That's no big deal. And it's dry. It would be really easy to place it because you have to be near the driveway, and there's plenty of places to do it here. I am going to make everyone park at the bottom of the driveway and walk up though, in the field. Everyone's going to park in the field and then walk up. It's just like a little driveway.
Yeah.
I've got it all planned out. Sorry, I'm like telling you my plans because I've been thinking about it. I'm like, okay. Because I love hosting and planning things, as you know. So
yeah, no, and I threw a fundraiser when I was living in Mexico. It was a fun run, and I think that's a good idea because I think they said like every 100 people you need a porta potty or a bathroom like available. So yeah, and
so like one bathroom and a porta potty
all day. Yeah,
and like I said, it'll work out good because I have the basement will open up and there's a bathroom right there. So I have that bathroom and then like a porta potty just around on the other side of the house. And then I'm gonna have I'll have the rest of the house shut off, but I mean I'll give you a tour and stuff. But we'll make it easy. I bring like camping chairs. Everyone has to bring like a camping chair kind of thing. But it should be fun. It should be good.
Yeah, I'm excited to see the house and get our next hangout session. Are y'all keeping both?
I don't know. Yeah, I mean, we got to buy this one, so we got to figure out what to do that one, and my parents are like they're coming back in September anyways to live here for a month, so it's kind of one of those things right now, family thing.
Gotcha. Okay.
So
Okay.
yeah, I'm
I
like,
see.
that's fine. I'm just like taking advantage of being able to stay down here more because I moved out when I was so young. I was like, I'm out of here. I'm a strong, independent woman, and fuck you guys, bye. And now I'm like, I want to be here all the time. Like,
Well,
yeah,
is this where the house you grew up in?
yeah. Dude,
What?
1990, yeah. So like, this is my. It's like when you grow up in a house and. But then it's
Did
so much work to do. Like we were just doing stuff today. I remember doing as a kid with the forest stuff. It's like same shit. Love it.
did you and Mr. Forest Mommy go into your old bedroom?
No, because it was all changed anyways, and I'm just staying in one of the bigger bedrooms with the bigger bed since I've been staying
Yeah.
down here. So no, my
But
mom. As soon
hey,
as I moved out, like my mom got rid of like all the pictures, family pictures and stuff. It's like okay, bye. It's like
yeah,
wasn't one of those where you could like keep stuff in the house, families. So.
gotcha.
But
I
I've been slowly
I
moving shit back down here. So go on.
I have. That's why I asked. And same thing. Like Katrina, basically gutted the house, and so it's the room is different. But I've definitely gone back in my old room and did dirty, and
Well, yeah.
it
I
was a
mean, I've
little
done
exciting.
dirties. It is. It's like fun to like smoke pot here because I did smoke pot here before I moved out. So now, like, so I'm like, ah, I'm like,
Blow it
oh,
out the
my so
window.
bad. I know. I don't do it inside. Still, I'm still respectful of that. And I was doing it in the garage, and he's like, "Don't! Your mom and dad will smell it." I'm like, "Okay,"
Give it an
but it's nice to
hour.
be
It'll be
outside,
fine.
anyways. I know. I'm like, it's fine to do it outside. It's
Okay.
beautiful outside, anyways. But
Oh, when you smoke marijuana inside a house, it doesn't stink up the house. So, like it
it
doesn't
does.
stick like cigarettes, right? Like I've smoked inside of a house and then went on vacation, come back, like it smells like dust. Like it doesn't
I
it
could
doesn't
never
stick to the
find. I could
walls.
never tell. But I'm sure somebody who's like a total square and like does and has a very sensitive nose, like they could just tell. And that's fine. I'm fine with that.
I
Whatever.
mean, I've always got my deposits back, so I think we're
And now they
good.
have vape pens. I smoke the vape pens inside the house anyway. So
Have you ever heard of
whatever.
a Dyna Vap? It's VAP, Dyna Vape, Dyna Vap. Have you ever heard of those?
Mm-mm. Is it like a new type of thing?
I don't know how new it is, but basically it's a flower vaporizer one hitter. So like it's like a metal straw almost, and you pack like a one hitter in there, and there's this like piece of metal that like goes over it, and you heat that until it like clicks, and then you take the hit, and it's like
It's a
because you're getting
vaporizer, the
yeah because
flower
you're getting the
vaporizer.
metal so hot, and it just vaporizes the flower. So like that's I still like to smoke.
It's
But
still
like
better.
just
Yeah, it's
the
different.
bowls, and yeah, of just like, and
And it tastes
when you
like
smoke it,
popcorn.
yeah, and it comes out like brown instead of just like like black ash or like resin or anything like that. That's that's my new that's my new smoking apparatus. I just got that this week.
That's good.
Um,
Those I used to have one of those ones like it was a tabletop vaporizer and you'd like hold the thing to it. And I've seen ones that are like probably what you're discussing. They're VAX. I think that's a brand that makes some of those too, where it's like it's actual flour, not dabs, and it
right.
vaporizes it.
I will never do a dab ever again. I did one and I went temporarily
Really?
insane. I
It's been a
lost my
minute, but I
mind.
love them. Was it like
Like
a good rig? Was it like a real good hit and a good rig?
well, yeah, the people that I did it with like did multiple dabs a day, so that they had the kit, did the whole thing. So it probably wasn't a good idea to begin with because I had just worked. So I used to make that the milk stuff. So I was in the kitchen. I had been in the kitchen for like 16 hours straight, like making 300 bottles. So um, we get back to my apartment and they helped us make it, and they're like, and I was like, I had to drive the product to go get processed in Nebraska the next morning, and they were like, yeah, this will be cool, put you to sleep, whatever. Like I hit it and like I like fell through my chair, like just felt like I was just sinking into like oblivion, and then it shot back up, and basically we needed them to sign NDAs because they saw our process, but the concept of like a legal document like turned my anxiety to like 100 because I was like discussing legal documents while I was like fucking blazed out of my mind. So I was like, "Don't steal my company, you sons of bitches!" Like freaked out, and yeah, had to be like you're just freaking out, man. And then I realized I was just freaking out, man. And so yeah, well, I don't think I'll do that ever again.
It's good to know your limits.
Are you a dabber?
I mean, I haven't bought any in a while to do, but I have like a little dinky little rig, makes like a bubbler type dab rig that I never clean and it's gross and I haven't done it in forever, but I liked it. But I'm like so like partial THC. My blood's probably always been partial THC for the last 20 years of my life. So, I need a little more. I just need a little more stimulation of it, right? So the dabs don't kill me.
Yeah.
Well, that's almost an hour. You want to leave it on your crazy dab story?
Yeah, everyone. Thanks for watching. Hit me up on Twitter. Always down to have more cool folks to follow. And thanks for Smalley for having me on.
Yeah, and everyone follow. It's LPCO, right?
Yep, LPCO
on Twitter. LPCO, and then there's Colorado. They have an Instagram, and you're on Instagram too, right?
Yeah, same name, but they're private right now. But LP Colorado on Twitter. Yeah, on Instagram. But yeah, if you want to get involved, we have the links to our websites. Just click on the link and just join. There's a big button, join today, and you'll get connected in with our network or reach out to us on any social media.
And it's hanging out with people like us, and we're fun. So
exactly.
Need I say more?
Come on.
All right. Thank you, everyone, for watching. Thank you.